welcome to Mama Makes Sense, where I help overwhelmed adults manage their money one plate at a time. In today's video, we will be covering a new entry in my How to Cook series. Today's participant is eggs. We're gonna boil some eggs. So, the first thing first, we got our pot on the stove. Pretty unexciting, looks pretty simple, right? We got this. So next, what you're gonna do is add enough water to your pot that it will cover the eggs completely once you add them. We are using the add eggs to the boiling water method. There's another method where you bring the eggs up to the boil in the water, but we're not doing that today because it involves sitting here watching the eggs, and that's boring. And I'm lazy. So, water's in the pot. Lid is also on the pot. We're gonna turn this on. Hang out for a few minutes. We're gonna wait for this water to come up to a boil, and then we'll get right back to work cooking. Shouldn't take long. And we're boiling. Looky there, ready to go. Now do notice one thing, as I do have the handle of our pot facing away from the open side of the stovetop. It's a small kitchen tip. I knew a young lady when I was a small child whose mom had had the pot turned the other way, and she just walked by and thought, saw something sticking up and was like, oh, food, and grabbed the pot and pulled boiling hot water all down her belly and got second and third degree burns. So, safety tip, keep your pot handles always pointed in, all right? All right, we're gonna turn that water down just a little bit, only because this is a small pot. I was just in a hurry to get you boiling. So, I'm gonna take the lid off, sit it to the side. Now, here is the fun and yet tricky part. Getting the eggs into the water without them breaking. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. No, really, there's only just one. Just do it and do it carefully. You can start the eggs in the water, as I discussed before, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to take our eggs, rest them on a spoon, and gently lay them into the pot, like so. Egg number 2. Now, if your eggs happen to have any hairline cracks already in them, you will know it almost immediately because you will start seeing egg white coming out the top and bubbling up. They're still edible. But just to let you know, it can happen sometimes when you're boiling an egg. So we're gonna let them do their business. Now here's the thing. There's some timing for how long to cook the eggs. I'm gonna set my timer right now for 9 minutes. So a general rule of thumb, it takes approximately 6 minutes to get the runny yolks, but the cooked whites, 8 minutes for the soft-boiled eggs, 10 minutes for the medium-boiled, which is where I happen to like them. I like that jammy texture, and 10 minutes for hard-boiled egg. Anything more than that, and you're looking at that green ring and the chalky texture, I don't like it. If you do, you boo. So we're gonna let our eggs do their thing, and I'm gonna set up for the next step. See you in a minute. Hear that? It's time. All right, let's turn the water off. Okay, so here's the next step. It's easy. We're gonna put our eggs into a water bath to stop them from cooking because we don't want them to overcook. You can use a bowl. I'm just using a drinking mug, but whatever you have available on hand, that's clean. You're just gonna gently scoop your eggs out of the hot water and stick them in the ice bath. That's just ice with some cold water. The heat from the eggs will melt the ice some. Hopefully the mug is not so full that the eggs fall out. No, okay. We have submersion. Hallelujah. All right. So there we go, guys. We're just going to let these hang out here in their little ice spa for a couple of minutes, and then we'll be ready for the best part, the eating. See you in a second. All right, guys, it's been a couple of minutes. Let's just test the waters here, as it were. Yes, they feel cool to the touch. It doesn't feel like they're going to burn me. All righty. Let's rescue our eggs. They have been members of the Polar Bear Club long enough. I'm just going to give you a little quick dab with paper towel. You don't have to do this. This is just me. It's easier for me to deal with eggs when they're not sopping wet. Give them a gentle rapper, rapper, rapper. I'm going to work on peeling these eggs. So, a little tip about eggs. There's always a how to do it easily. So, let me just tell you, the fresher your egg, the easier they will be to peel. So, if they've been sitting in your fridge for a couple of weeks, they're still edible, but they may not be quite as easy for you to peel. Another tip you can use to peel them more easily, don't freak about the food safety. And if you live in Europe, this is not going to actually be a problem for you. So if you're in the States where they wash the eggs, you store them in the fridge. Just about anywhere else where they don't wash the eggs, they're actually kept on the countertop. So what you can do is you can pull your eggs out in advance of boiling them so they kind of come up to room temperature. It takes about maybe 45 minutes. It's okay. You're going to cook them, and anything that's in here that's bad, you're going to kill it. But, you know, there you go. So there you go. An easy peasy, lemon squeezy, peeled egg, which we will cut open for you in just a moment. All right, let's rescue our other fella in here real fast. Dry off. Tappa, 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 tappa. And yes, these are fresh eggs. I just got them 4 days ago. Not too hard, as you can see. If you are a celebrant of the Lunar New Year, you could, before peeling them, give them a light tap tap and use them at this stage pre-peeled to make tea eggs. So that's another something for you to think about. Also, even if you're not a celebrant, I'm just saying, tea eggs are delicious. And if you want, leave me a comment if you'd like me to review how to make tea eggs, and I will make that video for you. Just wiping that last little bit of shell off. There we go. I'm not a fan of that either. There we go. All gone. All right. So here are our eggs. We have moved the shells out of the way. And let me cut this beauty open for you so you can see it. See that? This is just how I like them. Where they're not quite the fully hard boiled, they're still like kind of soft here in the middle, but they're not runny. I do love a soft boiled egg, by the way, but I love them at this stage. This is a medium boil. And you know what? You can't have a cooking video without a tasting, right? So let's just sprinkle a little pink Himalayan salt on that. So delicious. These make a great snack. Maybe I should finish my bite. Anyway, they're yummy. They're delicious. Cook them to whatever doneness you enjoy. And I hope this helps you know how to boil your eggs easily and without fuss. So, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more food and finance information. And remember, life isn't perfect. Live it anyway. See you guys later.